Might be slightly loud. Get the link in a minute to send to some people. Let's see. All right, what tiles do I need, and what can my baby Celeborn even take? He's probably can't do 60s quite yet, not efficiently at least. So I think I'm just gonna pick up some 40 wood, 40 lumber if I can. I think I said wood and lumber. I guess I meant to say stone and wood. I wonder why my thing hasn't popped up yet. If I go to my channel, there we go. That pulled up. At least post it over here. Take 2 of Rebuilding Glory. To transfer factions. Just grinding to catch up. Hopefully that worked. I assume it worked. Maybe it didn't work. Oh, I guess we'll see if it pops up in my Discord with the same link. I could always link it again through my Discord, through the bot, whenever the bot picks it up. Keep an eye on that. I definitely did not mean to start Steam. So let me kill... Okay, good, I don't think it actually went through. Would not want Steam to start downloading stuff in the middle of trying to stream. Let's see. Oh, I can pop out the YouTube chat. There we go. I suppose we're learning some things. Get it set up. Aha. Perfect. Wonder what's my timer on joining a fellowship. Can I actually even see the timer? Okay, 15 minutes. It's not too bad, I guess. Let's see how my friends over in Linden are doing. Closing in on top 6. It's 72 of 100 versus 96 of 100. Pretty proud of them there. They're even ahead of Hope, which is at 94. They're ahead by quite a bit, actually. Not bad. Take a look at this Legolas, I suppose. It's kind of more losses than I would particularly want against a 130, but I feel like you should put one more point in that. I actually kind of like that effect. Maybe it just didn't go off enough or something to make it worthwhile. I don't know, I haven't messed with Legolas too much. I also feel like you should have 1 point in... What is it? I forget the name of it. This guy in World Chat. Flexing Legolas in the weirdest way. And get my daily coin. Oh man, the resource bonus is back. And we have stamina potion. And my resource bonuses just ran out. I don't have any more. I'm gonna buy these ones. And there's still no stamina potion in the shop. It's kinda tempting. Alright, check out this Gandalf. Yeah, see, this is much more acceptable losses. Cleave. Yeah, unfortunately not optimal for Gandalf, but at least it has cleave. Build makes sense, although with 15 and the gray, you should probably have a point in Surge. Well, not an optimal trait, but yeah. If this guy had optimal traits, it'd be a lot nicer. Pretty nice pipe though. Gee, just everybody linking their tiles. Is that what we're doing now? Just linking our tiles in world chat. I don't know if I'm going to take the stamina potion, but I do think we have to take this. 8 hours of resources plus 3 hours from the daily one. Plus, when I join the fellowship, hopefully I can get a bunch more. Don't think I'm going to pop the 8 hours yet, but I think I'll go ahead and use the 3. Plus whatever I get from the fellowship store. Probably start the 8 hours tomorrow. Tomorrow when I wake up. Somehow the bot still hasn't picked up my link. Let's see. Changing days. I really miss the movement speed from the first 24-hour buffs. I feel like after that goes away, my commanders just crawl. Just crawl around the map. Take this 40 next. Really need Celeborn to get a couple more levels. Oh, you know what? I need to open my chests. Maybe I'll get lucky and pick up a rep item for him. Nope. Nope. Does the exchange have this item? Nope. I don't even know if the exchange can get his item. Or if it can, I feel like it's really rare. Although, what are these tiles looking like? I mean, these aren't even close. Maybe I should just smack a 60 with him and see what happens. Yeah, man. I didn't make it into Linden. Linden filled up. So we're split right now. We got Ungo, which is normally the tag that me and my community use. A bunch of them made it into Linden, but unfortunately not all of us. So we sent the other refugees into Arnor in hopes that Arnor and Linden will unite. Might not. There's definitely offers on the table. Diplomacy is happening. And a lot of it's out of my control, since I'm not even in Linden. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to give away anything. How's the music, by the way? Is it too loud? I feel like it's really loud in my ears, but maybe that's just on my end. I'm looking at the little level thingies, and it seems not too loud compared to my voice. Alright, so if I'm going to hit a 60, I need to hit a 60 or... We'll see if these losses are acceptable or not. I'm a bit worried of hitting an evenly matched tile without the 24-hour buffs with suboptimal gear. Need to get Arwen out. I've been thinking about respecking her. Might not be worth it. Been thinking about dropping R5 entirely and putting 15-7 for the half elven bonus, because that should be about a 15% damage reduction for men units, roughly. So I'd have to pull 6 points from something if I wanted also to have Boon. The other option is just dumping points into Nobility from here on out, which is probably what I should do. Just go 7 Nobility and then start leveling these two. Technically, 7 in Nobility is slightly better than Boon, at least while I'm using all men units. So it might be... Ooh, I should check the market. Oh, finally we get the good deals. Yes, give me 100k wood. I will definitely trade that for grain. Fortunately, we can't do those. Trade the grain back for wood. I think that's fine. I don't want to trade away the stone. Although I could do, let's see. I could go wood to stone. I'd lose 80k wood for 100k stone. Then I'd pay 100k stone. I actually think that's worth it. So I'll gain 20k stone and 100k wood. It's 120k for 80k resources. So that's solid. Yep. 50k wood for 100k stone. That seems worth it. Really want some ore. If I could get ore on this last page. Ooh, 50k wood for 100k ore. Alright. Resources looking quite a lot better. So I can actually conscript a decent amount now. So let's do Full, full, full. There we go. Beautiful. Plenty of grain in the bank. Should be able to level up stuff as soon as these finish as well. I don't think it's worth boosting them since I only have 31k wood though. But yeah, Reese, the start of this season was crazy, man. I know you were here for a lot of it. But this faction cap thing, not particularly happy about it. Let's see. Huh, he should be in that channel. Should be here. Let me see. That's weird. Frankie Hartman. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's here. Let's see, how do I do an emoji back? Boom and heart. There we go. I don't know, 4 command. That doesn't feel particularly great for a 60 tile, if I'm being honest. Granted, it was Grima. I don't know why I'm clicking on all the wrong things. But yeah. Not sure that that's worth it. How do I get out of these emojis now? Huh. Don't know how to get out of the emoji screen. Hate playing this faction. You spell nostalgia. Nostalgia? RS1. Good old Burrs. Oh yeah, can I request to join this yet? What's my timer? 3 seconds. There we go. Request to join. Hey, we made it. Oh yeah, I gotta do tips again. Enter, okay, dispatch commander. Yeah, okay. I don't even know who to send. I know I'm gonna have to sweep. Maybe I just send my King of Men with 100 spearmen for now and I can sweep later. No, enter, send King of Men. Oh, perfect agent. We need resources, please transport. What? What? I don't know about that. I kinda need my ore. I I guess we'll just go back. Let's see, how close is he to leveling up? Okay, I'll take one more 40 and then try 60s again. If I can find a 40 around here. There's one right next to me. Well, not right next, but close enough. Who's sending me a request? Cavi. I do know Cavi. Sent you an invite at the same time. Appreciate it. I wonder how long... Oh, it did upload a video to my thing. Copy link. See if I can post it in the official Discord now with the right link. There we go. That's better. Oh, he just teleported there? Oh yeah, then I'm supposed to go to the tavern and see... I mean, do I just do this, I guess? Transport. I mean, hopefully it can't get, like, intercepted or something. I've actually never done these things before. Oh, look at that. That's actually going. Huh. That's kind of cool. Not bad. I'll send my baby Aragorn to pick up the resources. There it is. Because 10k XP for him will actually be decent. And then these, I'm going to have my main commanders do them all later. Process later, process later, process later. Didn't even pay attention to what they were. Okay, shame that you need to announce things it's available. Cheers, guys. Looking forward to playing with you all. Let's actually see if any of my people are... Yeah, I do need to invite some of them. I don't want to take up all of their slots, though. Base locations, troll straws. Probably shouldn't read that channel. That's why I hate I remember the T4. Yeah, I want to react to this. Yes. There we go. It's the big brain play. Oh, Caspian was here? Oh, you're from Wall. Not everyone. Gondor. Eyeballs. Yeah, I love the eyeball emoji. Nice. Aragorn leveling up from that. Let's see, I think I stopped this at 14. And then go... I keep forgetting to put 1 point in Hidden Air. What's up, Shantae? Nice to see you again. You're Eru from my group, right? Eruanial, however you say it. I'll click on this red book so it goes away. Probably won't do that yet. Went and got the same haircut. twins. Okay, that's what I thought. It's been really nice having you in the fellowship. Although I think you're over in Linden. Just in the community in general. Okay, we leveled up Celeborn. Let's see if he can actually do better against a 60 now, and if not, well, I guess either way, we're switching him out. So, we kind of decided on Arnor because that was our only option. So yeah, we started as Erebor, obviously. We got about 65 people in, and then Erebor was full. And we didn't know at the time what the new faction caps were. We were operating under the assumption that factions were 450 or 500 players. Linden had like 150-ish or something. And so we're like, oh hey, there's plenty of room in Linden. Let's just bail and go Linden. We'll get everybody in. It'll be awesome. So I made the call to go to Linden. A lot of people transferred over, but then Linden was full. Well, as people were transferring into Linden and out of Erebor, that opened up spots in Erebor, which meant that our guys that were waiting could get into Erebor. When it was all said and done, we had like 60-something people in Linden and then like 30 people in Erebor. So the good news is we got most of our people on the server. The bad news was Linden filled up. And then Loth filled up and Rohan was full. Rohan was using Gondor as an overflow. Most of Erebor was using Loth as an overflow. So it's basically, do we transfer into Gondor or Loth, which I assume will unite with Gondor and Rohan because Rohan's overflow is Gondor. I assume Erebor and Loth are going to unite because Erebor's overflow is Loth. Granted, who knows what's going to happen. That's just what I think will happen. Which meant that if we wanted a chance to play with our people who are in Linden, we could go to Arnor and hopefully have Arnor and Linden unite. More spots open as you get new territories. I don't know. I've heard that as well. I've never tested it. But I asked some people, some contacts that I have, and I was told that the new faction caps, it's a hard cap at 350 now. We had 400 plus a smaller 50-person random fellowship. See, that used to be the case. They changed it. Well, I guess how recently was your season 3? Because I heard the old caps were like 450 to 500-ish. Somewhere in that range. But I asked some people that have inside information, so to speak, and they said now it's 350. Yeah, I don't think this guy is ready for 60 power tiles yet. People got bored. There's also not all who are being well known. Get over, welcome. I should see if I can invite these people that I know should be coming over. Should I toss invites to my guys? People waiting to get. I don't want to take up all of their fellowship slots. What's up, Roman? How bad was? Okay, so Fanta asked, how bad was the split? It's about 60-30-ish. Like, I feel like we missed a few people getting into the server. But we still have a couple people in Loth, I believe, and a couple people decided to stay in Erebor. So, yep. Thank you, Roman from Chicago. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Like, we could always try transferring again. King is you guys too. Alright, so I guess we get the go ahead to toss out some invites. I know Scary, Seb, Rack, Carnage. Not him. I did not mean to invite him actually. I don't know. KY. Malice we know. Carnus we definitely know. I think that's everybody. Okay, I think he declined it anyway. So that works. Nice. I will say the people in Arnor that we're with do seem pretty cool and chill. So, do you level Kamul or Khaldun? I would pick Khaldun 100% of the time, in my opinion. I think Khaldun is one of the best commanders in the game, and I think Kamul is B tier at best. Well, I'll say Khaldun needs respect 5. I assume your Khaldun is respect 5 because he's a T1. If Khaldun is not respect 5 and Kamul is respect 3 or above, then Kamul is probably better. But in the long run, I would really work on getting Khaldun. Let's say Khaldun if he is R5+. If Khaldun is... Oh, if they're both on R3. I have to Kamul and get Khaldun to R5. The Arnor T4... I think I have mixed feelings on them. We'll compare their stats. That's the wrong button. Be more objective about it. So 86 HP and 49 defense is actually a massive amount for a ranged unit, but 35 to 38 damage on 50 per command is really bad, because if we compare them to sharpshooters, these are 18 to 26, but it's 100 per command. So when you multiply this out, this is like 1800 to 2600 per command, whereas these guys, I'll pull up my calculator, 35 times 50, that's 1750. So they're doing considerably less damage than even sharpshooters. And they do way less damage than sentinels. And these guys are 2800 to 2900 per command. Rangers of the North are, what did I say, 1900 per command. However, since they take hits for your ranged units, that means in situations where you're fighting Reapers or Dunedain or anything that targets your ranged units, their ability to tank for Sentinels is actually pretty decent. Kind of started with from scratch. Yes sir, it is. We're on to season 3 now. I think I said I was going to use Arwen next. Yeah, protect sharpshooters. Yep. Yeah, exactly. They're in an awkward spot because normally you want your ranged units dealing damage. I will probably use them on Gandalf. I'll probably put Cataphracts in front, Rangers of the North, not very many, and then like a bunch of Sentinels, or maybe Sharpshooters, depending on how I choose to gear him. Did I say I was using Arwen? I need more 90s. I don't know if she can take a 130 yet. Can't remember if I took a 130 with her or not. We'll hit a 90 lumber first. T4s are not good. So the long story short is we wanted to go Erebor. Erebor filled up. We started transferring to Linden. Linden filled up. And so the people that didn't make it into Linden moved to Arnor to hopefully unite with Linden. I will be using Rangers of the North on Gandalf, especially because I'm itemizing for ranged damage. Once I get ranged units, this is going to become this. But there's no point in using the fireworks right now because I don't even have a single ranged unit. And I'll probably use them on Arwen. Or I might mock battle Haldir instead of Arwen. But I don't think I'm going to get access to Eagles this season. So that makes Haldir a little bit more awkward. Because I think Haldir is like A+ tier without Eagles. But then if you do get Eagles, he becomes like S tier. I guess, I don't know, maybe I should mock battle him and run T4 Sharpshooter Sentinel. That might be interesting. Thanks, man. Did you, what server did you end up going to? Did you restart, or are you on one of these new Season 3 servers? Let's see. Pleasure to meet you all. Let's have fun. Okay. Well, I don't think that's anything radical to reveal to people. We're going for the stone trolls. Just like every other faction that spawns near stone trolls would. Except Angmar is dead. Oh, look at that. Probably shouldn't spend too much time looking at this on stream. I do need to start building forts into troll shaws though, because maybe I should actually work on that. Oh, but it's so expensive. No, maybe it's not worth it. I'll see when I start running out of tiles around here. Still have plenty of 130s and 150s to take. Somehow every single season I end up farming troll shaws. Without fail, every season. It's a good zone though. So I'm joining the new fellowship. Oh, very good. Anybody flexing their commanders in chat? Nope. Start an S4, leader of Mordor S1. Man, Mordor is a fun faction. Make sure you get your alerts from those early chests. Get alerts, get Mumas. GG. Although I guess Mumas are super expensive now. They're probably still worth it though. Yeah, I've basically been deciding if I want to just go all in on the men thing. I should see where keepers spawn. Keepers. They spawn... Where is this? Nan Loon. Well, I don't know who's gonna get what as far as Arnor and Linden go. Are they all over in Nan Loon? I imagine they probably are. Yeah. What are their stats like anyway? Decent damage, really low health and defense. Inflicts focus. Ooh. Inflicts focus damage. Ooh. That's kind of dope. I like that. I might just go the elf route. Oh, only got Shagrat. Oh man. I forget which commanders Evil has. Isn't there like 100 chests for Shadow and Kamul? You could always pick up Shadow. Although he takes more to make work than Lurtz. Yeah, hopefully we'll get Nan Loon. But I mean Linden might want it, I don't know. Given that my fellowship is split between Linden and Arnor, I'm probably not going to have very much influence in either faction. These freaking bots. Is there any way to stop these things? Like, why is there not just a ban if there's only a timeout? I feel like there should be a ban button. Or like, if you have naked in your name, you're not allowed to post. See, look, now it just comes right back. Even though I timed them out. It looks like exactly the same name. Timeout and hide. Keepers are great on Gimli, yeah, that makes sense. Prefer Mouth of Sauron. Mouth of Sauron he's just too hit or miss for me. Like, when he's good, he's good. When he's not good, he's not good. Like, so the way most people would build him, he's really good against like Witch King, Gandalf, potentially Haldir, I guess Celeborn, maybe, probably. But if you run into a damage dealing commander, Gimli, Dwalin, Aragorn, like any damage dealer that isn't Legolas, he just gets dunked on. That's kind of why I don't like him. It's like you have to be able to connect him to the right targets, or else he's not gonna be good. But he is a great commander to use with Reapers, and my hot take is that Reapers are the best infantry unit in the game. I legitimately believe that Reapers are better than Alchemists, and that evil players should stop building Alchemists and start building Reapers. Yeah, I wish Legolas was better too. Do I think Celeborn is a top tier commander? Let's... Is there one closer to my base? I don't want her to draw twice. I feel like she can take a 130. I really want the ore. I guess we'll hit this one first and see. I think she'll be alright. Celeborn will pull him up. I think if you're at 350 focus, I think he's probably A tier. If you're at 350 focus as Lothlorien, he's probably S tier. Because at 350 focus, I think this is the best one-pointer in the game. Because you can give your entire army madness immunity and initiative for the entire battle for 1 point. And then you can just go the rest of the stuff. So you would put 1 point here. You would probably max Elven Leader, potentially Firing Formation. The problem though is this only hits March Wardens. So if you're not Loth, you like having 15 dead points, 14 dead points is super awkward. Like Grey Elf is okay. Deadeye is actually pretty solid. Technically, this is slightly better than Haldir's skill, his follow-up skill. Shield Training is alright too. So like if you're not Loth, I guess you go Guide, Armed Escort, full R3, and then the rest of the points in Wise and Magical Barrier. Like if you can hit 350 focus with a couple of points in Silver Tall, that's okay. But in general, you'll want to have enough gear. He needs really, really good gear to hit 350 focus. That's kind of the problem with him, I think. Mouth of Sauron underrated. Yeah, he's just hit or miss for me, and I like using commanders. Like sometimes I even hate using Gandalf, because if you run into alerts, then you're screwed. And then my issue with Faramir, I used to really, really like Faramir. Like I like his top R0, and then Guide and Armed Escort are fine. Yeah, the bots are back, of course. But like, I hate the air tree. I hate it. Like, I hate percent-based attribute boosts, because I just don't think they do enough. Last Steward is a completely dead tree. And Nobility is kind of awkward. It's really faction dependent. I just think this, I don't know, trying to collect my thoughts on why I don't like this. Basically, with the way that this game's combat works, early game or early fight bonuses tend to be way better than later fight bonuses because of the snowball effect that's present in combat. And so something that stacks over time tends to be worse than just a straight up bonus. Like, if this was a huge bonus at the start, and then it diminished over time, it would be a really nice skill in a lot of situations. But the fact that you could just get crushed in the first couple of rounds by like a Gandalf is pretty awkward. Also, I kind of hate these chat things, even though I'm using one. These flowery chat things. But yeah, back to Mouth of Sauron. I dislike using commanders that have big hard counters, because in big fights, it's just so hard to get your commander to land on the right thing. Like, let's say you're hitting a crossing and there's 100 armies there. You can send your Mouth of Sauron in. Maybe you get lucky. You hit Gandalf, and you do well. maybe you run into a Respect 10 Gimli and you lose in the first 4 rounds of combat. There is a trick with Mouth of Sauron. I can't take credit for this. My friend Randclast pointed it out to me. Let me go see if I can find the item. Yep. I think it's flawless. It's one of these helmets. Might be the wizard's hat. I don't have a wizard's hat, but I think it's the wizard hat. But there's a helm that has an effect. It's an orange helm that, like, for the first 3 or 4 rounds or something, it removes debuffs from your own army. And Mouth of Sauron's early round damage reduction skill is actually a debuff that is placed onto both armies. And if you have that helm, you can remove the reduced damage debuff from yourself. So you can have the first 3 rounds of combat where your army is doing full damage and their army is doing 75 or 90% reduced damage. So that's pretty crazy. That might actually make him able to beat damage commanders. What chests? I opened 100 Council of Elrond. I'll probably release that video tomorrow if I can find the time to edit it together. And then we have Secret of the Forest, which I believe is the chest for Treebeard. I don't know what else is in there. Guess we'll find out. Then Glory Days, obviously Theoden, Éomer, Aragorn, King of Men, I think King of the Dead. And then I'm going to be saving for Blessed Land because it has Galadriel's respect items and Celeborn's, and I want to try to make Celeborn work. Arwen's a beast. Arwen's she's okay. She's really nice for PvE, but in PvP, she's pretty hit or miss in PvP. Like, damage commanders just kind of shred her. Using March Wardens, we'll have stun and madness immunity, initiative, and pursuit. You're talking about with Celeborn? Or are you talking about... I assume you're talking about with Celeborn. Sir Rob. Don't know that guy. So I'm not going to accept him. PvP overall is nice when it's good versus good. Hit Khaldun, Witch King, or Sauron. Yeah. I do hope that they spend some time on rebalancing commanders. Because you're right, like, good side is one of the Gandalfs, Gil-galad, Theoden, Dwalin. He's pretty popular too. I think Gimli is gaining popularity. Yeah, I think Celeborn is Lothlorien would be very good. I'm gonna try to make him work with Arnor, but I won't be able to do it until later on in the season. I'm actually a little bit annoyed, so I recorded the 100 chest opening video. Actually, maybe he's not even in this chest. Maybe I shouldn't be annoyed. Yeah, he's not in the chest. It's just Frodo and Sam and Aragorn. So never mind. Either way, I did the chest opening video, then I opened my free chests for the day, and I had 1 chest left on this draw 3 more times. I had coins left over, and I was like, whatever, let's just draw 1 more. And I pulled this invite. So I wish I had kept recording, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's see how painful this is. Oh, that's not too bad. Not bad. Up to 25k healing. I'm somewhat impressed by Rangers. I used to hate Rangers, but they've been doing pretty decently for me, to be honest. If we look at this, we have half as many Rangers as Spearmen, and you know, if we doubled this, they'd be at 40k damage. It's a shame my Spearmen didn't get hit more often. So they did like double the damage of Spearmen while also dying. But that's also because Spearmen are absolute trash. Let's dwell in here. Up to 89, up to 77. Okay. So I guess we just get to watch the draw. We've seen Arwen R5 with mediocre gear demolish Galadriel. She's fine against the right commanders. She's just somewhat hit or miss. And she really does need R5 for sure. I think she's a lot better now with the change to half elven. I think before this was a thing, I don't think she was particularly viable in PvP. But if you run 2 to 3 elf units, it's actually a really nice title overall. I imagine the Galadriel is not R5 though. I would bet. Can only use Celeborn and Loth. I don't know. I'm gonna try to use him in Arnor. Like maybe it's not gonna work. It might not work. But I was gonna run him with Rangers of the North, Sharpshooters. No, Rangers of the North, Sentinels, and then maybe Heralds, maybe Katas. So double ranged, 1 melee. Just going for probably this, and then the Wise and Magical Barrier. Some combination of these middle skills. I'll have to figure it out exactly. But use them pretty similar to Haldir. If I was definitely gonna get Eagles this season, I would use Haldir though. Managed to get Celeborn to R25. Yeah. You pulled Gallant on a free chest, dude? Well, congratulations. I'm jealous. It was a whale. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna call you a liar because I didn't see it. We'll just say I'm skeptical about that. I'm a bit skeptical. Because Galadriel's... she's good. I almost have her, too. Well, halfway, I guess. But I think Galadriel R10 is ridiculous. If you have the file. Like, this is so good. Anytime you deal focus damage, you heal. And she has so many things. Like, every time she auto-attacks, you heal. Every time she uses this, you heal. Every time she uses this, you heal twice. I don't think that... I think her bottom R0 is pretty bad, though. Like, I kind of hate Parting Gift. Like, 1 point is fine. But I don't think this skill is worth leveling all the way. Purity is super hit or miss. But her R5 is really good. So, a double heal, potentially. Magical Barrier with a commander that's going to hit like 600 focus. Then obviously White Council is amazing. Star of Elendil is better than her R10? Let's see, what's Star of Elendil? Is that the one, it's Night Star. It's gotta be a new item or else I would recognize the name. Who gets Star of Elendil? Or is it just in like later seasons? Because I don't see it here. It's not a purple, is it? No. Or is Arwen's? Is her Star of Elendil? You could... I mean, I think you can post it here, but I guess you'd have to upload it to a site. Oh, you can only get it in Lucky Tips. Here. Yeah, send it on my Discord. Are you on my Discord, Skrills? I'm kind of torn on Arwen's accessory. Like, I hate army speed, but using elves and men is easy, and the recovery effectiveness I think could be decent. I need to back off the rangers, bring more spearmen. Problem is, I don't know if this is efficient enough. It's way less efficient than my Gandalf. What's up, Morphe? Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you before, man. Arwen was on 238k HP. I gotta see this, man. If this is real, I'll show it on stream. I'll stream Discord. Oh, the bots are back. Invasion of the bots again. Oh, Toriel. Wait, are you Toriel, Skrills? I feel like I played last season with a person named Toriel. No, I played with Talaniel. That's who it was, Talaniel. Here, I will... Let me just link the Discord. Although it should be in the description. Although I haven't checked. Copy. Paste. Okay, yeah, they're in the description as well. I need to calculate my tiles real quick. This is 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12, and I have space for 11. So I guess we're dropping the last of the 30s. I think Arwen needs one more level to do 130s efficiently. Although, who did she fight? Khaldun, yeah. He's not even one of the harder ones, I don't think. So we need 90s, preferably wood. There's a 90, but I'd have to path to it. I hate building my own paths. I'm lazy. I'm a leech. You don't want people like me in your fellowship or in your faction. First account was on my server in S2. Oh, the S2 that just finished? Time out the bots. Alright, Sebastian, who should I go at the beginning of the season? Gandalf the Grey R5, Haldir R14, Gil-galad R5, or Theo R13. So which faction are you? If you're Rohan or Gondor, I think Theo would be a good choice. If you're an elf faction, I think Gil-galad would be perfect. So if you're Loth or Linden. Ultimately, I mean, Gil-galad, he's just crazy. So I want to say the two primary should be Gandalf and Gil. And then as you unlock ranged units, you can start working on Haldir. And as you unlock Cav, you can unlock, or you could use Theo. But the problem, like, can Gil even play without elves? I don't think he can. Like, not well. Like, Kingly can. This tree is so good. Well, except well prepared. I don't like that. But the title itself is really good. And then his R5 is just ridiculous. Follow up, HP, damage received. Not just physical, all damage received. Chaotic Retreat. But again, this is elves. This is elves. So yeah, like if you don't have access to elves early on, I think he might be awkward. But like you could sweep with him and keep him leveled up, and then once you get elves, you could switch to him. What was your name on the Ingmar server, Skrills? Oh, you're going Loth? Yeah, do Gandalf the Grey and Gil-galad. And heck, if you're Loth, you could even go Haldir pretty early. But I think for early game tiles, the most efficient would be Gandalf and Gil. Although our 14 Haldir, I mean, that's a level 1 maxed guide. It's not bad. But you're definitely going to want Haldir as Loth. Easy access to Eagles. Amazing buffs for ranged units. Problem with Theo is Cav is expensive. Yep, that is true. That is true. The other issue with Theo is more and more people are starting to use Khaldun, Kirun, Black Serpent, and he tends to struggle against evil men. So there's that to consider as well. And like you don't have access to T4 cavalry. Like he's still going to be good. Theoden's always going to be good even with T3s. But it's when he gets marshals and Bree riders and stuff that he just becomes ridiculous. Oh, we have a report. Alright, hang on. Let me... Do I still have... I don't still have Discord added as a source. What did I save it under? I guess it will just have to be Discord. Window capture and... New source... Discord. And... Discord. Did I hit done? Nope, done. And I'll just make it full screen. Alright, we have Arwen. This is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. I just lost track. 45 plus 4 is 49. Plus 7 is 56. Plus 7 is 63. That's 69 skill points. So I think this is R10. Because R5 should have 50 plus 10 plus 4. It should have 64. And I said this was 69. So yeah, this is R10. That's the Arwen. Here's the initial fight. So it is full armies. Galadriel. Okay, so he said he's a fine Galadriel gear, but it was a whale. I mean, the Arwen's gear is pretty standard gear, honestly. She did. Wait. So I don't think this is an R5 Gala. 0 healing versus 100k. Looks like she's pure focus damage build. Yeah, if you have Ring of Water, so if you find the gear report, let me know. I'll pull it up too. I mean, it's definitely an impressive report, but I do have a few criticisms of it. In that, if you have Ring of Water, then you want to only run one unit type, because this only ever hits one unit. So if you're running one unit, it's always hitting that unit, obviously. I would also wonder if she was running White Council, because that would be a lot of dead points against a good faction. I mean, she was definitely maxing this stuff, for sure. We can safely say that, based on her damage done. But it didn't look like she even had any points in Ring of Water, so I don't even know if she was R5. And walking these commanders around takes forever. 3-minute reinforce time too? Bro, dying out here. This is why I need you guys to keep me company. That way I'm not just sitting here twiddling my thumbs while my commanders walk around. Ooh, let's take a look at Eldarion's Aragorn II. Pretty solid for a 150, but it looks like this was a draw. Nice gear though. Flay, yup. Scale mail with might. Makes sense. Melee vigor, healing, yup. Definitely solid gear. I feel like 4 in like this build kind of confuses me. I think this should be 2-1. Maybe even 1 point in brawling training. And I think this should be 2-1-1 in his other damage skills. Can I click on this? So I'm a bit confused about the build. Also, not a big fan of this song, so we'll go next. Alright, this sounds much better already. But I mean, it's still a pretty impressive report. So the other thing about that report that is in Arwen's favor, so to speak, is the fact that Galadriel had T4s and Arwen didn't. And Galadriel had 2 cav units and Arwen had no anti-cav units. Not that, actually, I guess I should take that back. Good side just doesn't have anti-cav in my opinion. Thought she was purely PvE. Well, no, I was saying that she's definitely good for PvE, and she's hit or miss in PvP. like, if you run, like, and I'll probably be able to show you guys later when we start PvPing on this server. If I run my Arwen into like an R10 Lurtz or R10 Shadow, like, she's just gonna get shredded. And that's one of her issues. She's actually pretty decent against Khaldun, because Khaldun's strength is mitigation. He's really good at making his guys not take damage, but he's not very good at making his guys deal damage. Right? He only has, what, 1 damage boosting ability? Tribal Tactics? Which is a good ability, but it's not like Ring Wraith or something like that. And so Arwen tends to do really good against commanders that aren't good at dealing damage, because her healing is going to be based on how much of her army is left. And it's, I think, somewhat based on how much damage the unit took either in that round or the previous round, something like that. And so she's able to just consistently heal the damage that's going out. She can stand and fight against Khaldun, potentially. She could probably do alright against Gandalf, honestly. But if she hits somebody that's just gonna dump damage out, like Dwalin or Dane or Gimli, then she's just gonna die, because her army's not gonna deal damage fast enough to reduce the enemy commander's damage. What faction do I plan to have an alliance with? Well, I hate to disappoint, but I don't think that is a question I should answer on stream. That's also not completely up to me. I'll probably have very little say, since my team is split across 2 factions. Pro's going for R1, R10. Maybe because the buffs, she's better than I think. I think her R10's alright. Like, let's see, she did 100k healing in that Galadriel report. And this will be what, like 25% increase? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30%? So I would pump that up to 130k healing. Yeah, that's pretty good. And like, you can just bring Cataphracts to, or Dunedain to, or Sharpshooters. Plenty of good men units that can satisfy the elves and men qualification. So between Legolas and Arwen, I prefer Arwen, because she's a good early game Tyler, she's a good boss killer, and I think there are better damage dealers than Legolas. I think Gimli is pretty much strictly better than Legolas. So Legolas or Dwalin, which is better? Probably Dwalin. Dwalin can be built to kill Witch Kings. Dwalin is also good for early game tiles. He's a solid damage dealer, and he's very easy to respect up. So, speaking of Dwalin, I need to take him out so I don't rot any stamina on him. So yeah, I'd pick Arwen over Legolas, and I would also pick Dwalin over Legolas. And if you want a damage dealer and you aren't a whale, if you're a whale, you'll probably want to take Dane. If you're not, even Gandalf the White can deal pretty good damage too. If you're not a whale, you'll get a lot of mileage out of Respect 5 Gimli, not that hard to reach. Aragorn T2, I think, is pretty underestimated as well. as a damage dealer. The most obvious choice is Dwalin. Like for a T1, he can crank out 150k with pretty bad gear. He can go way more than that at high respect with good gear. Alright, we'll send Arwen home so we can use Dwalin. Same report. Wait, she beat a Gimli? Okay, I've got to see the Gimli report. Maybe I need to start whaling my Arwen. Yeah, if Gandalf the White's not R5 though, that would be awkward because he needs R5. Let's see. Oh, Fanta's here. What's up, dude, on Discord? So we have Fanta dunking a Dwalin with his Legolas. Although, I don't know why Dwalin is running with 2800 Dunedain or 2000 Guards of the Tower. I feel like he should just run full Iron Warriors or Iron Warrior plus Guardians. Yeah. Well, yeah. His gear, except for the chest piece. The chest piece, like, is that fire resistance or something on that? I don't know. I guess I should bring Discord back up real quick. Boom. Let me actually do transform, fit to screen. So there's the battle report itself and Dwalin's gear. So like the helm is probably fine. And drought, whatever, Mabobber, that's probably fine. I want to know what trait is on this. Like, why is his chest not an avoidance chest or like scale mail with Gallant? I assume Legolas has a damage proc, which if Legolas has the like cleave or whatever it's called on the Khazad-dûm plus double melee vigor or even Gallant on the chest, I actually think Legolas has the gear advantage there. I'm not really a huge fan of Dwalin's R10 weapon, if I'm being honest. Boom. Liking the reports though. Much better to look at reports like this while my commanders are running around than just watch panic. Actually, panic on Legolas is pretty good though, because you're attacking so often. Like, the damage one would definitely be better, but I don't think panic is the worst. What am I taking with this guy? Can Dwalin? I think I'll hit one more 90. I'm gonna try him on a 130. Don't want to sweep. Don't really want that much more stone, but I mean, if you want to send the reports, we can look at them. Since Dwalin's going to be walking for another 5 minutes. Apparently we're going to paint the map teal. Send commanders to the capital and Bree. We want to level up Bree. Oh, wait. Here's a question for people that have played this before. Can I only do like 10 tasks per week total? Or can I do 10 tasks per week to help with development per keep? Dwell on all guardians and rams. Rams guards of the tower. Man, I hate guards of the tower. I never build guards of the tower. I think they're useless. That's another hot take of mine. I think they're actually useless. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is just mind-boggling to me that this unit exists. Alright, Spearmen. 11 to 15 damage. Okay. Guards of the tower. 12 to 15 damage. Wow. Wow. Like, look at this. This cost per command for 1 freaking base damage. Like, I guess they get shielding, but you know who else gets shielding? Guardians get shielding. And they get a bleed, which does basically nothing, so it doesn't exist really. But they get heat-proof skin. Like, why would I ever in my life build Guardians? Like, what, 40 HP, 101 defense, 40 HP, 78 defense. Like, jeez, man. Dude, this unit's so bad. That's my rant. Let's see, check Discord. Alright, we have more reports. Let me pull Discord over here so I can actually look. Boom. Against Gimli. Not sure why he's running Master Throwers. Other than that, his troops are fine. His gear is not the best, I will say. Gandalf the White. Well, this is 46 versus 50, although it looks like Arwen didn't have a full army. So maybe triple L. Maybe this guy's onto something. You just run a few Bow Knights to activate the 10% damage, and then the rest is Heralds and Sentinels. I will say, Heralds, I think, are super underestimated. I think that Heralds are actually so good. On the right commanders, at least. I also think Dunedain are underestimated as well. I feel like my buildings are taking forever. This is why I was worried about streaming this game, though. Is like, there's so much dead time. No one take any Hobbit archers, please. True. True. They are good for farming. Equip some commanders with elf boost only to switch to Arnor. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, I had to change my Gandalf's items slightly. Because initially I was running Hunter's Skin and I was using T2 axe throwers plus T1 axe throwers when I started this Erebor. Plus I was running the fireworks. And then I came over to Arnor and was like, well, I just don't have ranged units. Heralds are very underrated. The trick with Heralds is you really need to run them as a solo melee unit. That way they take every single hit and then they counterattack every single time. And they have to be on a commander that can keep them alive. Boom. Oh my gosh, this is the worst Gandalf the White build I think I've ever seen in my life. 15 points in Wizard. What? Man, I feel bad for these people. Like, I'm shit talking them on stream. 5 points in the pipeweed thing. Yikes. I mean, I am impressed by the Arwen. This is a good Arwen. I don't want to take anything away from your reports in that sense, Skrills. But Like, let's pull up Gandalf the White. So, for those of you that have Gandalf the White, in my opinion, you should never put any points in this pipeweed thing. It's like one of the worst skills in the game, in my opinion. You're generally only gonna need 2 in Wizard and 1 in Surge, because you want Surge to proc the White. So every time he deals damage, he has a chance to deal extra damage, just like the Gray. Well, yeah, but Gandalf the Grey is different than the White. The Grey is more defensive, whereas the White is more offensive. But you want the White, you want Surge to proc the White more often. You definitely want White Rider, at least 14 points in this, because it's super good. Depending on what you're fighting, obviously White Council is amazing, but if you're fighting good, it's not. And then Magical Barrier, Blindside can be fine. But I think you're going to have to be a pretty high respect Gandalf the White to be able to put a lot of points in Wizard. Because you're going to want 15 here, you're going to want 15 there, you're going to want at least 1 there, 2 there, 1 there. Depending on your faction, Horsemanship is solid. You're probably going to want at least 15 in White Council, even fighting against good factions. So we're at 15, 15, 15. That's already 45. And then this makes it 48. At least 1 point there is 49. So, yeah, R1 Gandalf the White. So the reason that Wizard is better on the Gray is because of Convener. I still don't like putting a ton of points in Wizard, but I think there's an argument for like up to 6 points and just leaving 1 in Surge. But the combination of the reduced defense for the first 3 rounds and then Convener for the first 2 rounds, Gandalf the White just doesn't have that combination. And Gandalf the White is dealing focus damage, which means he can't take advantage of the minus defense as much. So focus damage, focus damage, focus damage. I mean, even this, yeah, even this half of it is focus damage too if you have his unique. So he actually does quite a lot of focus damage. Alright, let's see if Dwalin can take... I think I want more. I feel like I should respec Dwalin and only put 1 point here. And then put the extra points in damage. Haldir reports. And well, while what's-his-face is reinforcing, we can be skeptical about Haldir. So it's not a full army. Pretty close to full, I think. The big issue with Haldir is he really wants a range damage bow, even if it's just a blue bow. Is there a blue bow with plus attack for range? I think there is. But one thing that a lot of people don't know is bow knights are not very good unless they're hitting a large unit. Sentinels are going to do way more damage than bow knights against anything that's not a large unit. I also don't particularly like the while defending bonus, unless you're only ever going to defend with Haldir. Alright, let's see how Dwalin does on a 130. We can find a 130. Do 130 or... I don't know. This might be death for Dwalin. Armored Sauron. I've heard Armored Sauron is crazy. Let's see, general chat. Dwalin versus Armored Sauron. Oh, here we go. I should just do streams where we talk about fights. So, definitely a good Dwalin build as far as units go. Guardians and Rams. I actually don't know what Armored Sauron's skills are. I assume it's Flay, Melee Vigor or Might, Melee Vigor, and the Warrior Knowledge box. So, as far as your build goes, have you tested investing more into his R3? Because I think the Durin's Blood tree is better than the Experienced Warrior tree. But I'm not positive on that. That's just my gut feeling. So if you've tested it, then I will trust your actual testing. But I'll show you why I think that. So Dwalin, your hardest hitting ability is going to be Whirlwind. It's going to go up to, 300%, I think it is. It's 42.8 times 7. 42.8. 2.8 times 7. Yeah, 300% against 2 targets. That's 600% damage every time it goes off. And it goes off 4 times. Wait. It goes off on round 3, 4, 5, round 6. 7, 8 now. 3 times per combat. No, wait a second. I have this on a spreadsheet somewhere. Let me pull it up on my spreadsheet. Maybe I'll just show you guys the spreadsheet. Boom. Because doing math live is 2 rounds. Yeah, it goes off 3 times per combat. Let me change. Let me just add my browser source back. I'm gonna have so many sources by the end of this, it's crazy. I'll just do a window capture, browser, add source. This. Let me see if I can zoom it in enough so that people can see. I want to let me zoom in. Zoom. Alright, I think people will be able to see it better now. Because I was comparing Aragorn to Gimli, and Gimli, Durin's Blood tree is the same. So this here is Whirlwind. It's going to be 1800% damage over a full combat. And then all in is 750 on one target. It goes off twice per combat. That's 1500 damage, or percent damage. And then these are Gimli's R5, so we can ignore those. So we'll just say 1800 and 1500 for Whirlwind and all in. And then collaboration is like 120 or 125%. It's going to proc 10 times. That's only 1250%. So I think collaboration should deal less damage over a full combat than either Whirlwind or all in. I don't know if that made sense. Heard the R3 skill tree is better. Hopefully you guys could see the numbers and if it made sense. I know it made sense to me because I'm the one that made the spreadsheet. Okay, this is not worth it. So he's gonna need a couple more levels before he does 130s. Really, I need a few more levels in my War Academy, Military Academy, whatever it's called. So yeah, the TLDR, I'm pretty sure full Durin's Blood will deal more damage than full Experienced Warrior tree. But I haven't tested it for sure. But it makes sense based on the math, but that doesn't mean that it'll work in practice necessarily. Let's see if I missed any of my guys. I don't think so. I think they've all been invited. There will be a notification. You know, like all in because fights are decided. Yeah, I mean, you could skip that one. You could go. I think there's a very fair argument for full Durin's Blood, full Whirlwind, 1 point in all in since you're going to have 14 or 15 Endurance Blood anyway. And then full Experienced Warrior, 2 in Musician, 1 in Level Headed, and the rest in Lonely Mountain and Longbeard. Yeah, I'll have to test it both ways. And I think 1 point in all in is worth it, since you're going to be dumping so many points into that tree anyway. I think Longbeard is fine as well. So yeah, points, the 6 other points you could put in all in, they very well might be better put in Longbeard, since this is going to increase every single source of your damage. So, will I ever do a restart server? I don't know. I think my community would kill me if I did one with count after this season. I think the guys that have been with me would kill me, because we did S1, then S2, and then we went back to S1, then S2, now S3. And some of them have spent a reasonable amount of money on their accounts. So if I ever did it, I would probably just have to join somebody else's restart project and continue playing this account with my guys. And do like no leadership stuff. I would just grind tiles and show up to PvP. But I've been considering finding somebody who wants to do an evil restart and have an alt evil account where they organize everything, they do diplomacy, they do leadership, and I just play with the group. Usually fight good, so it's full R3, top R1, and left over bottom R0 with debuff. So I think what you're saying is max Durin's Blood, max Whirlwind, fully max the Experienced Warrior tree, 2 in Musician, 1 in Level Headed. Yeah, versus Evil Warrior, the Lonely Mountain is amazing. So obviously when you're fighting alchemists, you have to take that. Godala has a rune free to play account you could check out. True. Are they in season 1 right now? The other problem with doing a restart right now is I'm gonna be playing Rise of Kingdoms starting on Saturday, I think it is. So let's see, I need to bring Gandalf out soon. Like, this will still be my main game, but I'm playing with a group in Rise of Kingdoms starting Saturday to see if I enjoy the game. I mean, so far it's been alright. I prefer Lord of the Rings still because of the tile system. What do I need to build? I really need to upgrade my military academy. but I really want to upgrade my tributes. So I think I do my tributes first. But I also need to get to Town Hall 7. Ugh. Yeah. So basically, Rise of Kingdoms is somewhat similar. And I have a few friends that I've made through this game that also play it. The big issue with Rise to War and content creation is seasons tend to be finished in like 4 or 5 weeks, usually. But they last like 8 or 9. And so a lot of the time, there's 2 to 4 weeks at the end of a season where just nothing is happening. And it's like, what am I going to make videos about? Like, I can only make so many commander guides, right? And like, nobody's going to want to watch a stream. Like, streaming the early game is fine. Streaming PvP, I hope to do that this season. But when I'm at 206 of 206 tiles, and they're all 200 plus tiles, and all my commanders that I want to use are 50. Like, nobody's going to want to watch a stream where I'm just sitting there, like, sweeping mobs out of boredom. So the combination of downtime and also just a broader audience made me want to give Rise of Kingdoms a try. But this will still be my main game, the main game I make content for. I'm going to try to do a minimum of 2 videos a week for Rise to War. Preferably 3, and 1 a week for Rise of Kingdoms. Yeah, I agree. They should drop seasons by about 2 weeks. I think... Actually, I'm going to stop using Rangers on him for now. I want to save him for Gandalf. Gandalf needs the Rangers more than Dwalin does. So I think what they should do is, when the ring is taken, a 1-week timer starts. Now that they're using bag end instead of server merges, so like when server merges were a thing, a bunch of servers had to be over at the same time. But that doesn't matter anymore because of back end. I think when the ring is taken, a 1-week timer is started, and at the end of that 1 week, boom, the season is over. So if the ring is taken 3 weeks in, then the other factions, you got 1 week to take that baby back. Otherwise, sorry, better luck next season. And then they could still have obviously they would still have a maximum limit of like 7 to 8 weeks. Maybe even 6 to 7 weeks maximum limit. Like, I do think people should have somewhat of a break between seasons, but bag end makes that possible too. Because let's say you just blitzed 3 seasons in a row, and they all ended at like week 5 or 6. You're like, man, I just need a break from the game. You can just wait out 1 week worth of registrations, or 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. But like, my season 1 on this account, we took the ring, I want to say on like week 4. It might have been week 5. But it from the this is the Arnor account from the Gondor season. Like, we took the ring so freaking early in season 1 because it was like a bunch of people that had just played 2 seasons together. And then we picked up other experienced players. And so, like, you know, we went in knowing which commanders we wanted, you know, how to grind, how to do everything. And we were playing against people that's probably their first account. But so we tried to be nice and teach people things. But like the last month of the season, oh, it was so boring. Like, I barely logged in because like there was just nothing to do. Like, I was actually so thankful with a few days left to go. Some crazy man in Loth that I actually still talk to from time to time. I mean, we had all of this area occupied. He pathed like all the way through somehow. I guess because everybody's AFK. And I just happened to open my game because I'm getting alerts that there's like an army nearby. I had a fort up here, and this homie is just pathing towards the ring. And so I like hopped on and sent my armies. I just had 6 armies sitting in the fort, and we fought. And it was some good fights. Yeah, it was a easy and boring sweep. But it's just funny that like nothing had happened, and then the last few days I was so thankful that some madman decided to come attack the ring for the heck of it. I was with you guys, had to take a break. Focus on your main account. So wait, you were with my Angmar Season 2? And then you were also with my Gondor Season 2, Derek? That's pretty crazy if that's true. If that's what happened. Okay, so Reese said in Discord, Whirlwind gets the last point, but all in not worth it. That makes sense. I'm really not a fan of skills that have 3-round cooldowns. Because you hit those skills on around 4, and then what, 5, 6, 7, 4, and 8? And that's it? Oh, you were Erebor. Okay, so you were Erebor when I was Gondor. Alright, Dwallin's done for now. We'll get Gandalf, the real tile boss. Oh. Join us free to play in the Rohan restart. Okay. I do apologize if I don't remember that, but there have been a lot of people that came through the Rohan restart, and I think we ended up losing a lot of people because the end of that season was so boring. Oh, you were Erebor. Okay, so in my Angmar Season 2, you were Erebor. I got it. What ring powers am I getting first? So, in the very beginning of the season, I went full EXP. And then when I hit 16, I respec full powerful sweeping. And now that my tributes are leveling up, I'm going to do Levy. And then back to EXP. And then stamina control. I think is my plan. So for the first 15 levels, EXP, then respec into powerful sweeping. And I'm a big fan of Levy. That's another hot take of mine. But I've done the math, and in my opinion, it's worth it. Dude, that Season 2 Angmar, that was a crazy season, man. I actually got COVID during that season. So, if you remember, like, Angmar was almost dead. We had 3 territories left, I think, at our lowest point. It might have been 2. Like, we were on the ropes, on the brink. And then finally, we could prove to Rohan and Mordor that Gondor was going to betray them. Because I knew, like, for sure, I knew it for sure that Gondor was going to betray Rohan and Mordor, because they did the same thing to me in Season 1. The same exact players did the same exact thing. And I kept trying to tell people, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Finally, we got the chat logs to prove it. And right when Rohan and Mordor turned on Gondor, which gave us a chance to come back, I got COVID, and it, like, knocked me out, man. 10 days I had COVID, and, like, I wanted to play so bad because I've been waiting all season to make a comeback. And what's the word? Like, when you know you're right, but you can't prove it, and then it happens, and everybody sees that you were right. Vindication. I felt so vindicated. But, like, I would log in, and my brain was just mush. Like, I just couldn't focus or anything. But Thanatos really stepped up, my co-leader, and he really stepped up that season and handled things while I was under the weather. I think I brought the sportsmanship higher. Well, I hope so, man. I try to be a pretty chill guy, not hold grudges. It's a game. We're all playing to have fun. So I don't like the mentality of like we have to completely kill people or we need to lie, cheat, and do whatever we can to win. Like, I understand why people are that way. That's just not how I like to play. I want everybody to have a good time. Like, even if I'm fighting people, like, I want them to have a fun experience fighting us. Got COVID and CC3. Dude, man, COVID was rough. It was painful. And I gotta take a pill. Thrilling streaming content right here. Watching Gandalf the Grey crawl to a 130. Rohan team joined with half of Erebor, went to Linden. Dude, I really liked Jackal. I'm pretty sure he went Linden with you guys in Season 3. Jackal's my boy. I still talk to him sometimes. I felt bad because like he just wanted to play Arnor in Season 2. But then we had such a massive group in Angmar. And obviously Angmar is going to go kill Arnor for space. Him and his guys, they just wanted to have a chill Arnor season. And him and his guys had to transfer to Rohan. And then he got caught up in all the crazy PvP that Rohan... Yeah, man, Jackal's awesome. He's really good. If there was anybody that was going to take over my community, one of my top picks, probably my top pick, would be Thanatos, my co-leader. He's never going to do it, though. Jackal would be high on the list. I think it'd be like Thanatos, then my officers, who I've been playing with for a long time now, and then Jackal. But you say that like I'd be wasting my time with him. Well, that's because I think you would. Guy asked me about Faramir earlier. What did I think about Faramir? So, alright, what are people saying? Just got her in one of the chests. Well, congratulations. Just have you be unanimous between the voters. I think just the majority. Oh man, this is what I hate about Gandalf. Right here. Gandalf is so freaking slow. You have reports for me? Somebody said, is that Beleg's Gandalf? But I feel like I'm seeing this comment. Yeah, I'm seeing it 30 minutes late. Dude, Reese, that map. I'll show the map here. Discord. This is so ugly, dude. What the heck happened? Like, how is this even possible? That's... Oh, man. So I used to play a bunch of Europa Universalis 4. And... this is what people would call border gore. When there's not nice, neat borders between factions. Like, literally, how does this happen? This is crazy. Faramir R14? Well, yeah, if that's your server, apparently evil is out of resources. They don't have any land. They have what? Two territories? Man, we were having such a nice stream without these bots. Swan Sentinel Sharp makes sense. 100k from Faramir? I feel like at R14 should be doing more than 100k, but I guess after like R4 you have all of his damage skills anyway. So at that point it would just depend on items. 120. See, I don't know. I want to love Faramir. Like, I so badly want to love Faramir. One of my original videos that I ever made for this game, I think it was my second video ever, was about Faramir. Back when he could kill Oathbreakers. I think in those days he was worth using for good faction. Well, obviously evil can't use him. Well, that was also before RP and non-RP was a thing. Like, good factions had no way to kill Oathbreakers. I guess like Galadriel. Or like focus damage Arwen, which is a meme. 4 bases with no troops. You're out there bullying people for the stream. I like it. Oh, yeah, how did this fight go? See, look at this. Granted, Gandalf's level 29, but like, I lost how many troops? 30? 28 wounded, 43. And this. I guess my Gandalf should start farming 150s next. Excuse me there. Because at this rate, he's just going to go too far ahead of Dwalin and Arwen. And basically, I don't want to take too many 130s to be at the point where, like, by the time Arwen and Dwalin can do them efficiently, I already have too many. Because I like to try to keep my resources balanced. Bonus for Bree, Theoden, Eomer, Gandalf the White. That's probably all of the commanders that would use Bree Riders. Maybe Arwen would. Yeah, level had her to 50. Exactly, yeah, that's what I mean. And so I think in original S1, depending on your faction, I think that Faramir was a better OB counter than Haldir. Obviously, if you're Loth, then Haldir is going to be better. But other than that, I think at that time Faramir was better for Oathbreaker killing. Are you talking about my Arwen, Derek? Yeah, my Arwen is R6. I'm wanting to replace her with Galadriel eventually, hopefully by the end of this season. And so I'm not really wanting to put a bunch more respect into her. So I want my season starters to be Gandalf, Dwalin, Celeborn, and Galadriel is my plan. Assuming Celeborn is good enough. I really want to make him good enough. If he's not, then whatever, I'll just bring Arwen back. And this is the build I'm using on her right now for PvE. I assume, I'm pretty sure this is going to be better than Half Elven as Arnor. Just going to start maxing nobility now. And then probably once I get elf troops, I'm going to cut some points to get Half Elven and Boon, and I'll figure it out. based on what level she is at that time. Yeah. Yeah, I know she needs R5. It's just like, I like to have goals. So like one of my goals right now is I want to take T2 Aragorn to respect 10. But my primary goal is Galadriel R5. Man, I'm running out of Rangers here. Maybe I just stop using them for a while. That was not a bad report. Poor Rangers, man. They die like flies. It's crazy. I should check my apothecary. Speaking of... Oh, okay, good. Auto heal has been keeping me going. What was my barracks doing? Was it like 60 earlier and down to 53? Yeah, because I ran Arwen and Dwalin into the 130s. So I wanted to test them. Because I need to start hitting 130s with them soon. Filling up half Elven for Boon. Yeah. I want the elves first. I feel like before the elves, I just want nobility. Because like she has plenty of mitigation. So I just gonna always want the damage boost. Alright. Really want another 130 ore. Oh, there's one. That works. Timeout. Was this 2 bots at the same time? Jeez. Maybe I shouldn't ban the bots. Maybe I should just let them spam. That way I get more engagement on YouTube. I don't know either of these people. Nope. Sure don't. Yes. Oh yeah, how's ha ha ha? Dang, dude, this Gandalf is level 30. He's beating me. Interesting they went 2-1-1 so early. That's 4 points. He could have fleeting movements almost maxed. I think I would take these points and 1 out of free people to max fleeting. At least these 4. I mean, until you start hitting 200s, Champion of the Light isn't worth it. But once you start hitting 200s, it is. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to blow the gems on respecking, which is fine. I can only time out the bots, that's the problem. I can't, like, actually fully block them. I can put him in timeout and I can hide them on the channel. But I don't think I can permanently block them. We have a Galadriel against an R10 alerts. Here we go. This is... Here let me pull this up. Timeout. We have S tier Galadriel report right here, guys. She lost 0 units against alerts. Oh wait, that's on I didn't even notice I was on tile at first. I thought you hit somebody's base and caught an level 10 alerts. Might have to copy your build. This makes sense though. Like, this is what I was thinking. Do you like... Wait, let me pull up her skill tree again. I want to make sure I'm saying the right skills. Because I might have the icons confused. Okay, yeah, that's Ring of Water, Magical Barrier, and NES Guardian, yeah. Yeah, so you don't do anything in bottom R0, which makes sense, because... Like, I don't know, I think Parting Gift is pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the build I want to run with her. R5, top R0, and then if I need to kill Witch King, well, I'm just going to use Dwalin or Gandalf anyway. So... that was kind of painful. I guess I should send Dwalin on some tips. Can he do this one? No, this is 3 hours. Alright, well, let's do this. I think I just do that. Boom. 15k XP for those guys. We'll do... what is this song? Dwalin for an hour. Oh, 2 commanders, so we can do those 2 for an hour. Then we'll save the other ones for Gandalf or for when they're done. My screen froze? Huh. Is it still frozen? Wonder if my internet died. No? Oh, wait, my screen froze because I had my browser pulled up, apparently. I think is what happened. Am I back now? How long was it like that, by the way? I hope it hasn't been like that for the past, like, 20 minutes. I think what happened is I went to hide Discord. Clicked the little eyeball on Streamlabs to hide Discord, and I accidentally turned on the browser. Maybe I should separate these two. I'll do this. That way there's at least one space between those two sources. Yeah. I'm an amateur, guys. I'm an amateur. So one of my friends... ooh, okay, we have an actually legitimate Galadriel report now. So let me turn on the correct one. We have Mega Whale gear with the build we were just talking about. Absolutely dunking Khaldun. See, this is why I want Galadriel. Because Khaldun is such a pain in the butt. Such a pain. Do you happen to have the report on like how much damage she dealt and stuff like that? Well, thank you, Shantae. Oops, I did it again. Look at that. Look at that. I almost did it again, but I learned from my mistake. Okay, Derek shared reports. Oh, I remember you now, Derek. Yeah, I remember you. I remember that avatar. I know who you are now. Alright, and we've talked about Faramir before, I'm pretty sure, you and I. So we'll actually bring back up Discord, who wants to watch a draw anyway. So 41 Farah against Galasha with T4s. Interesting that you only run 300 swans. I guess that's all you need. Thorin versus Faramir. 60k commander. Mirkwood bow. Ranger's cape, Trapper's hood, Wizard's fireworks. Makes sense, man. I like it. You know what I need to do? Alright, so I'm gonna give a little something away here. Well, let me kill Discord. We'll go back to the game because the draw is about to end. So for those of you that don't know, I recently got sponsored by Shop, which is why the giant Shop logo is up in the top left. And they actually want to do giveaways. So they want to give away some stuff, and I'm coordinating with them about what we're going to give away and how we're going to do it. I do know this person. And I want to do an off-meta commander contest where people can submit reports of underused commanders like Faramir or whoever else, Shagrat, Grishnak, why not? So get some really good Faramir reports. And when I do that contest with a giveaway attached to it, you can submit them. I think it's going to be season passes. So, which is awkward for people that already have the season pass. But with the way they're doing it, you would be able to give it to a friend rather than yourself. Even if you win. So like if you have a buddy who's free to play that needs a season pass, but Denethor, dude, yeah. Denethor, Merry and Pippin. I mean, whoever, right? Like there's plenty of underused commanders. And so I want to pick some winners, and then I want to make a video analyzing the reports and stuff. So I think Faramir is a contender. Denethor definitely would be a contender. I'm trying to think of some evil commanders. Like, I want to see like, excuse me, I want to see like an Ugthak with Snagas or something. Elrond Cavalry, yeah, man. Ooh. I got very thirsty there. So speaking of Elrond Cavalry, I also don't want to give anything away, but keep working on that, man. That's all I'll say. Keep working on that. All right, we have some reports. Ooh, the battle report. Yeah. 185,000 damage Galadriel with 80k healing. All right, now this is a Galadriel. I love that Arwen was doing well on those other reports. I don't think that Arwen would beat this Galadriel. I mean, she'd be way outgeared anyway. This is 450 focus Galadriel running around with her R10 unique. But that is a good example of a Galadriel. So Reese, do you know if this guy would want his Galadriel featured in a video? Because this is one of the best Galadriels I've ever seen. I think I've seen a few that have even more upgraded gear, but I mean, it's definitely a good Galadriel. And if he wants, he doesn't have to be featured in the video, but I could do like an interview style video with him like I did with the Theoden video. Right level to go after a 200. Maybe. Oh, Shantae. Thank you. The first channel member. I've actually been very somewhat hush-hush about the fact that I turned on channel memberships. Because I don't know, I just feel weird about that sort of thing, even though I know it's standard. But I really appreciate it for sure. Feels good to have a first official channel member. Let's keep doing tributes. We'll finish out tributes today, push Main Hall 7 and Elves tomorrow. And if I can get my 14 tomorrow, I think my economy will be good. Hey, you have access to some emojis now too. There we go. Mamba. What's up, Mamba? Dude, I'm looking forward to our jump project. I'm a little bit sad that it got moved to Friday. Well, actually Saturday. Because Sunday's Father's Day. It's going to be my first real Father's Day. Since my daughter's a little bit more than 1 now. Last Father's Day, she was a few months old. We couldn't do anything. So we're going to take her to this place called Adventure. It's like a little kids museum with all kind of little activities and stuff they can do. Well, thank you, Shantae. Great content creator. That is a very nice compliment. I don't even really know how to react to that, but I definitely appreciate it. So anyway, long story short, Sunday I'm going to be super busy, and I'm going to try to enjoy that family time. How many of these guys do I recruit? I don't want to do full. Do about 15k wood worth. Plus, that's 2 less days or 3 less days, whatever it works out to be, of this season in Rise to War. But I'm gonna make it work. I probably won't be able to stream the very beginning, but I might try to stream Rise of Kingdoms on Monday. So like 2 days into the jump. Yeah, you can maybe take a 200. Let's see, what does he have? Oh yeah, yes, plus 13. I don't know, he has T3s. No upgrades yet. I feel like he should respec. If you go for a 200, I think you should respec to Champion of Delight. And maybe Scout to avoid Grima. Grima is such a pain. Unless does he have a Madness Helm? No. Or Anti-Madness Helm? So I think he'll want to avoid Grima. He can probably do it if he double taps the tile and doesn't hit a really annoying commander. I think he could do it. The worst. Okay, so here's a thing. I don't think powerful sweeping ever worked for PvP. I'm like 90% sure it never worked for PvP. People keep saying that it did. But if we look at reports, there's a specific stationary defenders tag that only appears on tiles and keeps and any AI stuff. When you fight another player, this tag is not there. So I know it shows up in the reports. Even against players, it shows up in like the preparation thing. Is it in this one? Yeah. But it specifically mentions stationary defenders. I think they reworded it to avoid confusion. But like, I'm pretty sure it never worked in PvP. Anyway, that's that rant. You love the emojis? Well, thank you. I had them made pretty recently, right before I turned on the memberships. I wanted to get the badges made, the emojis made. That way there would actually be something to subscribe for. So I'm probably going to get like 3 more emojis made or 2 more. Because the number that you can have depends on how many members you have. I have space for 2 or 3 more. Plans for King of Men. Unfortunately, he's only respect 2. So probably nothing. Unfortunately. I actually he did pretty well last season just as a tile bot. Like, I ran him last season to test him out with just R0 stuff. And he was doing pretty well against tiles, I would say. My Gala, I don't even have Galadriel. Oh, speaking of the Galadriel video, I can try to see if we can coordinate with our best player. Yeah, I mean, if you guys can work something out, get some reports, I'm happy to feature him in the video. I will 100%, you know, make sure everybody realizes this is not my Galadriel. But I would like to make more commander builds for really high-end commanders, and I don't have them, which is awkward. Because I'm kind of running out of commanders to do builds for. So, I mean, like, if anybody wants their commanders featured in videos, I'll happily do more commander builds if people are cool with me just giving them credit in the video for it. Yeah, I'd be down to see it. So congrats on your first member. Oh gosh. Do I even say this on stream? I'm not gonna say it. Well, my wife wished me congratulations on my first member, so she congratulates you as well, Shantae. Gotta give another shout out to my wife, because she makes this all possible by suffering in the bedroom. Although, is she in the bedroom or is she... Well, she must not be in the family room, because one of the animals must open the door. Yeah, when I get Galadriel, one of these days, I'm waiting for her to show up. Oh yeah, I need to check the exchange because it just reset. Nope, not Galadriel. I'm slowly saving up my vouchers for her as well. But hopefully when the Celeborn chest comes, I'll get a decent chunk more. I think the one I just recorded yesterday, I think I got 5. I got 5 Lost Cania scores. If I get another 5... They're 300 a pop. That's 1,500. That would put me at 7,000 of 9,000. That'd be pretty close. I would need like 7 more. It'd only be 7 away. I really want to try to figure out how to get this emoji thing. Somehow I have all of YouTube's emojis pulled up. Yeah, unfortunately it is chapter 10. Oh, she is in the family room. Alright. If I missed anything important on Discord, I don't think so. Mix of level, troop progress, academy progress. Oh yeah, answering when's the right time to do it 100. That's always the tough question. Because you don't want to hit a 200 and lose your entire army and just go AFK for a day. Hit a 300 with your Galadriel? Go for it. Can she one-shot 300s? Alright, what do I need? A 160? 160, wow, that doesn't even exist. I think I want to... I'll just take this one because it's close. But I do think I need to get more grain tiles soon, or my grain production is going to fall behind. I'm hoping she's a good tile taker. I think the awkward thing would be that she wants one unit, and that's a bit harder to do early game. But let's see. Oh, you hit a Grima. Yeah, I've heard Grima just shreds her. Early game, you might be able to just go like damage and White Council for some mitigation. And you're going to be hitting evil units anyway, so maybe Champion of the Light. So... Or, I mean, maybe you just do damage Nenya's Guardian Magical Barrier early game. It should be a pretty solid defense boost. You'd have so much focus, too. You might just have enough mitigation to kind of power through stuff. I mean, I don't think she'd be like Gandalf. I don't know if anybody is as efficient as Gandalf the Grey on tiles. Alright, let's see Grima wrecking this. That's not too bad, considering that's Grima with Snagas, which is like one of the toughest commanders on tiles in my opinion. This gear is disgusting. Is this season 3 tiles? They have 90 command points now? That seems ridiculous. Good thing the devs didn't give him a good build. This is a terrible Grima build. They're stacking avoidance, if I remember those icons correctly. Like, I'm pretty sure one of these sources of avoidance won't even like happen when they should be doing that on hit skill, this R5 on hit thing. I'm pretty sure like you just never need that many points in Worm Tongue or Mischief, whatever that one is called, Master of Mischief. You just spend 1 point in each and get the madness, guaranteed madness anyway. Silly devs. AI on Blackgate. King of Men. Dang, dude. That is a lot of damage on King of Men. Do you think King of Men does more damage than T2 Aragorn? I've wondered that. I know if mine was Respect 3, I would build him as a damage dealer. Maybe 15 minutes, we'll say. If I stream for 15 more minutes, my wife just asked me how much longer I was going to stream. It'll be 10:45 my time, which is probably bedtime. Because I have not slept. I can script for 15 minutes. I shouldn't have started this one for so long. Who do we use for the last 15 minutes? Arwen. She can take 3 tiles. That'll be perfect. It'll be at 106 of 106. Where the heck is Arwen? What? Oh, she's still on a tip. For 30 more minutes. I guess I just finished the tip. About the same damage. Yeah. That is true. Is R5. Not the red book. Speed this one up. And we can set... Oh! Too bad as Retaliate, though. Dang it. This was so close to being good. I was hoping it was going to be Cleave. It's still a gold weapon, though. So I guess I can't complain too much. Alright, now we can get Arwen out. And I'll have plenty of tips to do while I sleep. Alright, that's better than T2 because of Madness. Yeah, so if his army's crowd... I think it's Stun and Madness, right? They take less damage. Although the stun doesn't really matter. Yeah, he has way higher base stats, that's true. And yeah, the R5 top is a better damage increase. He just takes way more respect. I think that's the big thing. Retaliate time. I don't even have Ballin. Dude, if I was playing Ballin on Erebor, I actually have a better thing for Ballin on Erebor. I have one of these babies. So if I had Ballin and was playing Erebor, I would definitely have used this on him. Full Iron Warriors. With that, take it 3 stars. I don't have enough items for that because I don't want to get rid of Gandalf's weapon. But still would have been good. Looking for a 90 wood. There's 2 90 woods and a 90 stone. That's perfect. 3 tiles. I think I'll wait for Bow Knights. I'm not sure who should hit the tile though. Gilgalad is fairly well too. What level is his Gilgalad? Because he could potentially hit it with 2 or 3 commanders. Suspended Utopia 60 T2. Yeah. I mean, I'm not much of a spender. And I feel like I pretty much have to pick one T3 commander to focus on. If I ever want to get a T3 to respect 5. I feel like my account is at the point, if we look at my commanders, I'm still going to give respect to Dwalin. But anybody else, I think, is going to go to vouchers. This T2 page is a mess. I'm going to give respect to Aragorn, Gandalf, and Celeborn. But I think everyone else is going to vouchers. And anything that's not Galadriel on the T3 is going to vouchers. And then all of that is going to Galadriel until she's respect 5. I think is where my account is at. I do have Elro here. I think he's only R3 though. Yeah, for evil you need Witch King for sure. Yeah, my Elro here is only R3. I haven't really messed with him much. I feel like he's just a more glass cannon Arwen. And my Arwen was already respect 6, so... Did I miss anything in the store today? I don't... Should I start hoarding these Warhorns? I should probably start hoarding Mock Battle XP every day. Don't want to forget about that. Running a new idea. I saw on our server last season, somebody in Erebor had him at R10 with the unique item. The thing I don't like about Elro here, I think he has inherent anti-synergy. So half Elven, you want elves and men, particularly elves, because I think the elven half of half elven is better than the men half. But then his R5, you want one of each type of unit. Like, I guess you can just run men and elves, but you're losing out on some efficiency there. And then you just set like Controlled Madness is a bit situational. War Chant just feels like a worse Undamiel tree. So, I don't know. I messed with him a little bit, but kind of felt like I was just getting more mileage out of Arwen for a similar style commander. Need to conscript some spearmen for 8 minutes. Are any of my buildings about done? Nope. Still a while on those. Let's check my progress though. I haven't checked this all day. I'm up to rank 39. That is not bad. I'm actually really happy with that. Because at midnight last night, so about 24 hours ago, I was on 0 tiles because I transferred. Oh, I think he could take a 200. Full elves with Gilgalad? I think he could take a 200. I don't think he could farm 200s. You could take it if you have enough troops for both commanders. Enforcements. Yeah. For being at 0 power production 20 something hours ago, not bad. I'm really happy with, I was saying this at the beginning of the stream, with how Ungo is doing over in Linden. I mean, these guys all transferred on day 1. And that was like 4 hours in, 4 or 5 hours in, so it wasn't even immediate. They all transferred on day 1, and they're only at 72. Where it's like, this is 98. This is 98. Wow, for 64 players, they're doing pretty well too. But for a group of 72 players that all got zeroed by transferring, they're really hanging in there. I don't even think I should waste. What's the reinforcement time on here? A minute? 20,000? I'm not even gonna waste the reinforcement time. Yeah, the no resources thing was brutal. Like, it took so long to get my economy back to where I feel like I'm actually gaining resources. But at least it was a good time for my Celeborn to kind of catch up. Because I was just having him hit 10 power tiles just for the heck of it. 2 Erebor here reports. He's been stellar for me. Okay, okay. I like it. Pull that up. So, well, he's doing 91,000 healing? What the heck? That is a lot of healing. Yeah, Eladan. The Eladan build is nice too. For the units at least. Jeez. He destroyed that alerts. Although, is this guy testing like a weird build? Why is he running Berserker Sniper? It seems weird. Dude, I'm really surprised by that healing. That is crazy. Maybe he's a better Arwen. Maybe I'm just wrong. Losing to a content creator in farming? Wait, why is that a bad season start? If I'm a content creator, doesn't that mean that... I don't know who this person is. And I'm a no-life degenerate? Here, I'll show you before I go in a couple of minutes. Am I able to show this? Let me... How do I find myself? I guess I can just pull up roles. Alright. See if this works. So, my co-leader made this role. And guess who is the only person of this role? King of the Farmers. So, don't feel bad, man. I'm just... I guess in Eve you would call them crabs. In other games you'd call them Care Bears. I just farm, dude. I just farm tiles. I don't actually play the game. I just play to watch this number go up. I hit like 120,000 something total. Not just personal, obviously. Last season, 122 or something. 123k maybe. Well, that's because we had like 34 territories. And I got lazy towards the end of the season. Oh. One guy cycles speeding the apothecary. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Thanatos. He named me King of the Farmers. Command worth of units for like 3 hits. Eighth. Recall the draws, reinforce, and hit again. Let's see what this is on a 90. So I don't want to be mean, but I don't understand why people link reports like this. Like, I don't want to take anything away from the guy if he's proud of that fight. But it's just kind of awkward. It's like, what am I supposed to look at? A Theoden killing a half-dead Grima? I don't know. Unless they ask for, like, build advice. I don't know. Maybe you know, Derek. How hard is a 200 power tile in Season 2? Do you think... I'll pull this back up if you're still here. Do you think that a level 30 Gil-galad with 48 command and respect 5 plus a 30 Gandalf with 43 command, do you think he could take a 200? Because I don't know what kind of gear the 200 tiles are rocking this season. Maybe we can get an answer real quick and then go to bed. So max, back to Elro here. It's max war chant boon. Loyal followers 4 of 15. Oh wait, we have some reports. Oh, from a 300 with multiple hits and lucky draw. Yeah, I was telling him he should scout and avoid Grima. I've seen the disgusting 300 tile commanders with ridiculous gear. I don't know how I'm ever going to take a 300 this season. With like 5 commanders, I guess. Alright, well, final ranking 37. Oh, probably not going to work out. Need a 3rd commander, be prepared to lose. Oh, you're trying to get the unique. Was that not a normal 300 tile then? Was that like a specific? While I'm sleeping, we'll do max Qs. At least those units. Yeah, I'm loving this auto queue of the apothecary, by the way. Well, I'll say people on my stream are saying no. Well, I'm gonna warn him that I said yes, but you guys said no, and that's my first season 3, so I will trust you guys more than myself, for sure. I'm not gonna drop any tiles, but oh, you can almost get the unique. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Thanks for coming, Derek. Thanks for joining the channel, Shante, first official member. I'm gonna try to stream more often as well, especially during the season start. So, because there's a lot more going on, especially during PvP as well. I hope to stream some fights this season. So.